how much is perceptive and how much is reality specific to India. I know most of you would have in your minds that controversial feeling that exploitation, which is actually the key word for most of the media people to talk about any trial. I've been actually a witness to many interviews that have gone on the media, and especially in Hyderabad. I would say that we are a very, very proactive press, both electronic and print in Hyderabad, but at times I think it goes beyond a point. So there are a few issues which are actually not very new to you, but I would like you all to sit back and just look at them one by one and see what actually is happening. Now somebody says there is a human guinea pig. How many of you sitting here would come out openly to say no? I would like actually majority of you to say that, but unfortunately, whether it's because of the absence of people who would like to speak or an association which could represent all this, I think is happening. And during the last 4-5 months when the incidents in Hyderabad took place, it's ACRO, which was there in Delhi, which has been there for a very long time, took some initiative. And I had the fortune of being a part of that delegation who was meeting the ACRO at Mumbai. All the CROs met. I was working with one CRO on paper that I happened to see. I could virtually see that there is not much of a unanimity among the CROs. Don't think otherwise, I'm a bit CRO-centric when I'm talking about it. So what actually is required is some sort of a unity among the CROs to represent the facts. I wouldn't say that all is well with the clinical research industry 100% all by itself, no. There are cases where there are few problems, and I would give prime audial importance for the quality assurance departments of each of your organizations, whether it's going to be manufacturing, or clinical research, or even device manufacturing. They are the people who need to call a shot and ensure that the compliance is taken as the word. Outside India, phase 1 for that is not allowed in India. That's the only difference. I would say, for your question, it's very difficult to answer because there is no strong reason why we should refuse to do phase 1 studies even for the products which are coming uninvented outside India. I think it's the non-governmental organizations which have actually put some sort of a block for this. There has to be a, a positive political initiation towards it to understand what is exploitation, what is not. I think once they clearly understand it is not exploitation, it is run by a protocol, there are regulatory controls, they would do it. Otherwise, there is no strong reason, there is no specific reason why they should not allow phase 1 studies. Let me tell you, all our efforts today, even now, tomorrow, even the next 2 years, even if they don't allow phase 1 studies, our effort would be to show and convince them that we will be able to take up phase 1 studies. We have the environment, infrastructure, and the capability of the investigator to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very interesting presentation.
Yeah.
Yeah. This Sun Yunzhang came from China. I think only 2% from China for this meeting. So your presentation is very impressive. I have a question. How about the R&D? In India, the R&D is independent or independent belong to the hospital or government?
There is still a lot of regulation that needs to be finalized when it comes to the ethics committees. Institutional Review Board has been the standard operating system for the Indian CROs. Every CRO has an in-house ethics committee which they say is independent. Certain amount of clarity is not there on that. Once you have an IRB, indirectly how can you say that you have no control on it? Similarly, India again has IECs, independent ethics committees. I think the need of the hour to bring more transparency into the trials is to have more IECs than IRBs. In that sense, IRB itself has got a definition by the US FDA, so I would like to go into details of it. I feel that anybody who reviews a CRO's protocol should be as independent as possible without having any stake in the study. Today the situation is that a lot of CROs who put up their institutional review boards finance the office expenditure, pays the fees of the members who sit there, pays for the records, if not directly but indirectly. I think that is one area which is a gray area which we need to really look at it. As long as you've got independent members forming part of IRB who do not have any direct stake either in the sponsor's interest or in the CRO's interest, you can have them. And there are CROs whose member secretaries are from the CRO itself. Few regulators have pointed that out. Because it's easy for a guy who is insider for a CRO to take on the member secretary role and get the things done. I've been a member secretary myself in one of the CROs, so I found myself it's a self-contradictory, and the moment I came to know, then I have discontinued. So the basic thing is that in India, we are yet to have, as I was discussing as part of my lecture, they are trying to look at the accreditation of the Indian ethics committees now, independent ethics committees. So then once it happens, I think this problem would be solved. So there is a hazy difference between IRB and IEC. IECs are what the industry should look for, so that it will be as independent as possible. I hope I answered your question, did I?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Another question.